Well, first we were at the Houston car show, and we had just found out. Oh, what? Yeah, we found out a little bit before that my wife was pregnant, and so we're at the Houston car show, and then but still, instead of like buying crib and buying shit to get ready for my first kid being born, kept on buying shit for the truck, and then we had the San Antonio car show, and I remember we went to the doctor, and my wife had like, what was it? Anyways, like she had like so much time that she couldn't travel because she might have the baby, and I think we had like a 3 day window. And I was like, well, fuck it, you can go to the car show because it doesn't start till 3 days after. So she's like, okay, my wife is real down. She's always had my back. So take off to San Antonio. And at that time, I don't have another truck and a trailer. So we used to drive to the car shows, set up the truck, and have to catch rides with people and stay in hotels with people because I wasn't financially stable to do it differently. And so we pull up to the car show. And mind you, I drove to San Antonio. So we're in line at the Alamo Dome. And I have like an eighth over a quarter of a tank. And in order to compete indoors through the fire marshals, anywheres, your vehicle has to be at less than a quarter of a tank. So I had more than a quarter of a tank. And I was trying to be slick with it and just sneak in. So they weren't going to let me in the car show. So I was like, fuck. So I went and I was like, well, let me go and try to burn some gas and I'll come back. And so my wife saw that I was leaving and she was like, wait. And I was like, well, I'm just going to go burn some gas. She goes, I'll go with you. I was like, all right. And my other homeboy wanted to go with me. So I was like, all right, cool, fuck it. Let's go. So, I mean, just I guess I need to put y'all to it. Like, this truck doesn't have the airbag set up on it, and it's on the frame. Like, it's all the way down. I'm getting ready to put it in the car show. I can lift it up. I can Mexican rig it to drive it, but I was already getting ready to get in there, so I had it all the way down, and I had to go and burn fuel. And so we were just driving in loops around the Alamo Dome. And I mean, in every bump, your head is just hitting the headliners. Bah, bah, bah. And I remember she was screaming. She was pissed. She was super fucking pissed. And she was just holding her stomach. And I was like, sorry. And we just kept on and kept on. And she's like, just next time you go around, just drop me off. And I was like, all right. So I had pulled in to drop her off. And then I looked at the gas gauge. I was like, oh shit, I'm at a quarter of a tank now. So we go and we pull into the car show, and they finally let me in. So we go in and lay down the carpet, and she's all pissed off because she was all shaking up and down, and homeboy's in the passenger side just laughing his ass off. And we went, had to lay down the carpet, and then after that, we had to get the crates out, and there's my wife, 8.5 months pregnant, on her knees, and belly right there, just glass cleaner and paper towel, cleaning all the fucking mirrors, and we're jacking up the truck, getting everything ready, and put it on there. So I would say that's my son's first real car show experience. And then after that, my wife had him, and the day of his baptismal, I remember we went and had his baptismal and had the dinner and everything with the family. And Sunday, he got baptized on a Saturday. Sunday was car show. So yeah, my son was probably like, I don't know, maybe like 2 months, and had him. He was already at the car show. He was already all dressed up, and I placed at that one. He got to take a picture. His little ass, and trophy's bigger than him. And then at every car show I went to after that, I never did leaving my kids with somebody else. My kids were always with me. So he stayed going to car shows with me, and then whenever he was about 5 maybe, my old lowrider bike, because my truck was out of commission, we took we would take my bike to car shows for him. And so he'd be right there cleaning up his bike, setting up his display, waiting for them to call his award and get his award. And you know, we do a couple of car shows like that. And then once once the truck, once I was able to start competing with the truck again, he was right there with me and pulling into the car shows with me and cleaning up the truck. And you know, he'd always be right there, like, you know, whenever we're putting the airbags in there and doing shit, he's always at the shop, fucking around with shit and being a part of it and being a part of the car show. And then finally, you know, he was like that he wanted a car. That he wanted to build a car. I'm like, all right, cool. So I said, man, well, I'm gonna find a car. I said, me and you're gonna build it. He's like, all right, because that was another thing too, because I have another son, so it's four of us, and the truck that I had, there was only 2 seats. So if I tried to cruise with my family, it was a pain in the ass. So I was like, man, you know, I want to get something that I can have my whole family in. And then my son wanted a car, so I was like, all right, cool, we're gonna get that car.
Is this 2015 now?
Yeah, it's about 2015, and 2015 or 2016, I can't remember. Maybe it was 2016, I don't know. And then I found this car, and this car was a Victoria Horror. Everybody and their mama had this car. Everybody had it. They either bought it to cruise it, or they bought it to get parts off of it, or they bought it so they can trade it for something else. And finally, this one guy had it, and went wheeled and dealed with him, and got the car for $500, and took it to the shop. Everybody was like, "What the fuck? Like, what are you doing in the Cadillac?" I was like, "Yeah, I had a big ass dent in the door, missing all the moldings, missing all the trim, just sitting on the frame. The hydraulics had been all ripped out of it."
So, but while we continue, make sure we're talking about like dates and like how old like somebody was, just so we can stay on like on the timeline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like so we can know like where you're at. And then I want to wrap it up like in 20 minutes because since I was working last night, I only have these batteries charged.
Damn. Okay.
So like we got like about 20 more minutes.
Okay, cool.
We've
All right.
already been going for about 34 minutes.
All right, cool. I've already been going for how long?
40 minutes now.
No shit.
Yeah, because this is at 10 minutes.
So I haven't even started in the car show?
I did the 30-minute cap, and then I recorded again, and we're already at 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. So what
You're good. No, this is good. I just want to.
What did I leave off at?
So,
Got the car for 500?
yeah, Victoria Horror.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had, and then it didn't have any trims or molding. Let's go back to like before. Like shit. Yeah, let's go back to like it didn't have any trims or molding or anything like that.
Okay. So I got the car. It didn't have no trim, didn't have no moldings, missing interior pieces. I mean, it was like the only thing the car did was turn on, pretty much. That's about the best I could give the car. And so we went, and I threw the whole family in there, and we went for a cruise in that bitch. Went to the homeboy shop, pulled up. And everybody was like, "Damn, what the fuck you doing in a Cadillac?" I was like, "Yes, I'm gonna build this bitch." And everybody was laughing. Everybody was laughing about it because, like, hey, that was such and such car, and such and such car. Hey, and such took this, and such went and took that off of that. And I was like, yeah, well, it's mine now, you know. And then so we went, and I went and I bought a setup.
Did you sell the GMC when you got this car?
No, I still had the truck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, the truck was a show truck, and it was supposed to be like just like a build for me and my son, and he was gonna take it to school. And so I went and I bought a setup. Didn't buy no trim pieces, didn't buy nothing. Just I went and bought a setup. Because hydraulic setup. Because it was already cut for one. Because it had already had a setup originally. So we went and put a setup in there. And again, it's a low impression picnic, right? So I bust out with the car for the low impression picnic. And everybody's like, damn, and I'm all dropping the corner, hitting 3-wheel. And I was like, yeah, so and I'm still hearing like, oh man, well that's such and such car, that's such and such car. It stayed with that for a good little minute. I was like, yeah. So I just started looking for shit. You know, we're just supposed to do the body work on it and just fix it. And my son was supposed to drive it. So I'm not the best painter in the world, but I know a lot more than a little bit. And my son picked out. We were going through colors, and my son picked out pink. I was like, why the fuck do you want pink? And he's a youngster at this time, and he went and told me, he goes, 'cause it's a Cadillac. He goes, and Cadillacs are supposed to be pink. I was like, show right, damn straight, Cadillacs are supposed to be pink. So,
How old was he?
and JJ was like, maybe like 12, 13. Yeah, and so we went and did a paint job on the car. Took it to my cousin Tim's shop, and he helped me out. I did all the body work, got everything ready, took the doors off. I was just gonna do just a basic. I was just gonna just throw paint on it. And Tim was like, "Nah, man, you need to do this, you need to do that." I'm like, "All right, man, fuck it." So went ahead and took off the doors, took off the hood, took off the trunk, and Tim, and he's younger than me, but he was on my ass, and he made sure that I did it the right way. So I had did all the jams and everything. Then we put the car back together, and I had sealed the car, and then I took it into his booth. I waited till he was done working for the day, and then we cleaned out the booth and we got it right there. Tim went and cleaned it. And Tim went and laid the base on there, and then I needed to get my hands on it, so I went and I threw one of the coats on there, and then Tim finished it off, and I was like, man, fuck it, let's take it to Odessa. So just wild hair at my ass, fucking went and took it to the Odessa Super Show, the furthest show I've ever gone to in my entire life at that point. And we took it to Odessa, and it didn't place, and brought it back home, and like, I was like, right after that, I was like, man, fuck the truck. I just saw the reaction that I got with a pink Cadillac, and it needed to be at a certain level. So,
Here, hold on, I'm sorry. There was another thing for the let's go back.
like, can you hear it real good or what?
Yeah, that'll pick up. Dude, the audio of it picks up everything.
Okay.
I'm hoping like all the cars passing by doesn't make it too bad, but basically I thought it was gonna pass by quick, but you just fucking
Oh no, you heard that for a minute.
yeah.
Oh, he's done. Okay. So then after the Odessa show, I was like, man, fuck the truck. I ain't gonna fuck with it right now, because I actually got a lot of love with this car, and so I told my son, I was like, man, I said, you want to do more to it? He goes, yeah. So went and started doing the suspension and did the interior, and then just started taking it to the next level. And by the time you know it, we went way too far. And my son would drive it into the car shows and stuff like that. And then it was finally time for him to get his driver's license. And he was like, man, I can't wait to drive the car to school. I was like, man, you stupid boy. So you ain't driving that damn car to school. Like, what? I was like, I'll buy you another car, fool. So you ain't driving that car.
So by all this stuff, you don't even want him to drive it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, man. It's like, hell no, dude. You ain't driving that bitch. I went and, I mean, shit, dude. I put way too much damn money into this damn car. Like, once I got that itch, and I'm a very competitive person. So if I don't win, I'm gonna come back to win. I'm not gonna come back just to have a good time. I'm gonna come back to win, to set an example. And so yeah, I mean, we went way too full blown with this car. Like it's I mean, it got some shit. Like, I mean, I think the car's been painted. The car's been painted 4 times already, and about to paint it again. Trunk's been done about 5 times. Gonna get done again. And I mean, when people say, I got blood, sweat, and tears, I mean, I really do. I mean, I damn near lost my finger on this damn car. So yeah, it's just, and it's actually, the car is actually known. The name of the car is Daisy Rose. It's we've been to West Texas with it. We've been out of state with it. It's actually competed in the Las Vegas Super Show. And yeah, I mean, there's competition for this car, and this car does get to go and compete, and it gets to stand on its own. Of course, don't win every single show, but whenever we pull up, we get love, we get respect, and we get people worried that we're there. And I think that's the best part is whenever somebody comes up to you like, man, dude, I didn't know you were coming, man, and I'm gonna give it all I got. You know what I'm saying? And it's whenever you get to somebody that you're admiring, somebody that you're like, damn, they got a lot of shit, and once they see you and they're actually worried about it, it's like, damn, well, must be doing something right.
So let's go ahead and so you've been pretty successful with Daisy Rose, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So being all the success you had, you've been going on for years, ever since you were 10 years old. You've had all this experience. What made you want to go and put on the show then?
The reason why I want to put on the car show is the 90s were epic over here in Victoria. The early 2000s were good, but they don't got shit on the 90s. Later 2000s, it started coming back, but it's just, it started fading out big time over here. And there's a lot of potential over here in Victoria. There's a lot of potential. And I was going out, every, I don't know, decade maybe, or every half a decade, there's somebody here in Victoria that starts doing a big push and starts doing stuff and gets recognized for it. But something, shit happens all the time. David Gutierrez, I consider him my brother. He had a 93 Fleetwood. Went to Vegas with it. Member of Rollers Only with it. Was in Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Corpus, Albuquerque. I think he did to Albuquerque. Anyways, he did full tours and everything. And he wanted to switch up and get a different car. So he slid back and started building another one. My other brother, Eugene Hernandez, he had a 77 DeVille. Of course, he was a member of Rollers Only, Low Impressions also, and paint job by Candyman. And that Cadillac was holding it here, not just in Victoria. That Cadillac was holding it in like almost damn near South Texas, and he was known for it as well. And he was doing it big. And shit happens again, and then he got that he tore down the car, was gonna rebuild it, and didn't do it. And so, and then it just so happened after that one, then I came through. So I guess it's my turn. So I was able to do that. But what I was seeing is like a lot of people don't go out of town to the car shows. A lot of people, they build their cars, they're doing shit with it. They got some real nice cars in their garage, but they're not putting them out on the street. They'll do like one car show a year. And if that's all you can do, that's all you can do. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to bring something to Victoria to where they don't have to put their car in a trailer. They don't have to go get a truck. They don't have to go rent a hotel room. And I'm going to say it flat out, all the excuses that everybody uses, you need to take all them excuses away. Like, boom, all right, here it is. So what you going to do? So now, the way I see it, there's more people from Victoria that are putting their cars on the trailer and going out of town and showing out of town what we got. And they're placing, they're winning. There was a picnic at the beginning of this year. 2 cars from Victoria were out there hopping and got recognized for it. And actually one of the cars from Victoria won. You know what I'm saying? So we can compete out there. We can hold our own out there. It's just somebody needs to put the kick in everybody else's ass to go out there to do it. So I want to bring the car show over here to Victoria so all Victoria can go out there and compete. And all the out-of-towners that travel, they're coming over here and they're going to be in our hometown And so we're gonna do it, and we're gonna see what happens. And then my main goal is that there's a 10-year-old that's over there that falls in love with lowriding and ends up building one and ends up doing it as a lifestyle to where it ain't gonna die out. It's just gonna keep on going.